Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks handled business tonight. I was a little bit nervous in the first half, though. Not going to lie. It took until that third quarter for the Knicks to finally take control of the basketball game, but they took control of it. We got a decent game from Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Brunson. All three of them at the same time. We got decent games from them. I asked for that in the game preview, that we get decent games from all three, and we did. I mean, RJ Barrett, he shot 38.5%, but he still played a decent basketball game. 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Tom Thibodeau did pull him out in the third quarter, I think it was, when Cleveland, or maybe the top of the fourth, when Cleveland went on a run. Tom Thibodeau was clearly livid. Took RJ Barrett out the game, and he didn't get back in the game. But, RJ was suffering banged his knee up a little bit in the first game, so maybe Tom Thibodeau wanted to rest him just a bit. So, the Knicks get the win, ladies and gentlemen. Win the game by 18, 109-91. And when you look at who was on the floor, you would expect that the Knicks would win this basketball game in the fashion that they won the basketball game. So let's take a look at the box score. While we're doing that, I'm going to let my man Tony Crow in the building so we can break this one down. Let's get him up in here. Yes, sir. Tony, what's popping with you, my brother? How you feeling?
What's good, Sam? Shout out to the chat. Yo, Black is time. Big win.
Yeah, man. Much needed win tonight for the Knicks. My man Ron said it right earlier on the game preview that this was a must win, and the Knicks went out and they got the victory. Happy about that. They got the victory, ladies and gentlemen. RJ Barrett had 16 points. 3 rebounds, shot 38.5% from the field, 3 for 5 from the three-point line. And he only played 24 minutes and basically 25 minutes RJ played tonight. Julius Randle, he had a decent game overall. He still only shot 35.7% from the field. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was 7 for 10 from the free throw line and 2 for 5 from the three-point line. Jalen Brunson, 43.8% from the field. He had 19, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Shot 33% from the three-point line. Quentin Grimes, just 5 points. Mitchell Robinson, 8.7 rebounds. Manuel quickly had 18 points. Played down the stretch. When Cleveland had their bench guys in. Isaiah Hartenstein played a really good game, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist for Isaiah Hartenstein. I thought he played really, really good. I thought he used his body well. He, banged people around, got some good offensive rebounds. I thought Isaiah Hartenstein played a really, really good basketball game tonight. DiVincenzo, 3 points. Miles McBride, 3 points. You got to see a little bit of Daquan Jeffries, Dylan Windler, Jericho Sims. Ryan got to jump on the floor. A good win from the Knicks. They did what they were supposed to do tonight. Let's say that. They did what they were supposed to do. So I'm happy about that. Because I was a little bit nervous in the first half. Because Donovan Mitchell was going off. Who's going off? That's a bad boy. Donovan Mitchell is a bad dude, man. The dude can just hoop. Ain't no two ways about it. He can just hoop. It's nice, man. What's your thoughts on the game, Tone?
Julius Randle, 1 turnover.
1 turnover.
I like to see that.
I like to see that.
You know what I mean?
No Apple turnovers tonight.
Brunson had 5, so he still got to clean that up.
Yeah, you know what? In the first half, man, Jalen Brunson had a turnover. I think Tom Thibodeau was livid. I was livid, and I'm like, yo, what's going on with these turnovers with Brunson? You know what I'm saying? Is he trying to do too much, or is it? I don't know, but you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get concerned yet, but I'm thinking about it. I need him to clean those turnovers up. I need him to clean it up. Got to clean it up. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. RJ, three ball was falling. I think he had all three in the first half, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice to see. Didn't hit no more. He struggled a little bit, but it's nice to see the three ball fall for him. Funny story. My coworker texts me. He's like, "Oh, I'm doing a parlay. RJ Barrett 4-3. Should I do it?" And I'm like, "Nah."
You said
But
four
then
threes, 4 threes.
yeah, 4 threes.
I mean,
I'm like,
you was right.
nah.
You was right. He only went 3 for 5.
But I text him at halftime. I'm like, yo, my bad, yo. He got three in the first half. He might do it. But you know what I mean. But good win. Obviously, they down a couple of men still. And Mitchell recovering from the hamstring. So, I mean, I don't want to say he wasn't 100% because he looked good.
Man, that man was cooking. That man was cooking.
Yeah, man. Let's get another one tomorrow.
That's what it is, man. Just go get another one tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And clean up this series. Go 3-2. Then we get a few days off, I think, before we have to play Milwaukee
Friday. Yeah.
On Friday, right? So and a well-deserved few days off. 2 back-to-backs within 6 days or something like that to start the season.
Oh, really? Just one day off, right? We were playing Wednesday. They got Thursday.
Oh yeah, that's
off,
right. What I'm thinking about? I'm tripping. I'm acting like it's the beginning of the week. Yeah, 1 day off. I'm bugging out. And then that game is begins the tournament for the Knicks.
Yes.
Yeah, that game begins the tournament for the Knicks. I guess the only bad I don't know if you want to call it a bad thing. The Knicks didn't really shoot the ball well. Your main players didn't really shoot the ball well. I don't know. Are you concerned? The Knicks overall shot 44% from the field. That's not bad. 38% from three. But are you concerned that Brunson was 43.8%? I guess that's not terrible. Randle 35.7. RJ Barrett 38.5. Cleveland is a good defensive team, but still, we're not getting.
I mean, no, because we shot the ball good from three. Like I'll take 38% as a team all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's what if they could just be consistent in that. Obviously 40 is better, but I'll take 38 from this team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if the three balls falling, I'm not really concerned. It's just I do want to see them put it all together though. You know what I mean? At once. I'm more concerned with the turnovers. Like I said, I'm glad Julius got his down tonight. Hopefully he can continue that and Brunson clean it up, and I think we'll be all right.
How much of the turnovers do you attribute to the level of teams that we've played in the first few games, right? We've played the Boston Celtics, where we had a low number of turnovers versus the Celtics. Then we beat the Hawks. The Pelicans, I mean, I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were. The Pelicans looked good.
They did.
Right? They played aggressive defensively. A lot of trapping.
Honestly, I think the Pelicans might have been the best defense we've seen so far.
They might have been.
But I don't want to discredit good defense. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, the bigger concern are the unforced turnovers. So it's like the defense didn't really do anything. It's mental errors. It's you know what I mean?
True that.
So those are the ones that concern me more than like if a team's playing good defense, just I gotta live with it just like they gotta live with it. You know what I mean? But those unforced ones, giving the ball away, empty possessions, fumbling the ball, like those are the ones that irk me. And they're uncharacteristic, especially of Brunson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No doubt. Donovan Mitchell led the Cleveland Cavaliers with 26 points tonight, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but he had 20 in the first half. So the Knicks did a good job of containing Donovan Mitchell in the second half. Now in the fourth quarter, obviously Mitchell wasn't he didn't play much in the fourth quarter because the game was out of hand, and I think they decided we're just going to save him for tomorrow. Probably the best move because they weren't going to win that basketball game. But, man, in that first half, that man was going to work. And even, at some point in the third quarter, I'm pretty sure he scored all of his 6 points in the third quarter. I was like, man, Donovan Mitchell was single-handedly just keeping him close enough.
mm-hmm.
But he only ended up with 26 points tonight, despite having a monster first half. Isaac Okoro had 11 points. Just not enough scoring for this Cavs team with the players they had out there on the floor. Right? Craig Porter, 10 points. Imani Bates, 9 points. I mean, listen to the names. Tristan Thompson, 4 points. Evan Mobley only had 6 points tonight. 6 points, 12 rebounds for Evan Mobley. The Knicks did a good job. Only 9 shots for Evan Mobley. They did a good job making sure that he didn't get the ball, that he didn't try to go to work. The Knicks did some trapping, right? They were trapping off of screen and rolls. That's what they were supposed to do. Donovan Mitchell is basically the only ball handler out there. You know what I'm saying? The only guy that could really be a threat off the dribble. So you trap him. Make other guys have to do some things, and the Knicks did some of that tonight. They did some of that tonight. It wasn't always, but they did enough of it, to bother the Cleveland Cavaliers. And finally, in the third quarter, they took over. Took control of the game, built like a 15-point lead in the third quarter. I think maybe even an 18-point lead, but it kept dwindling. They couldn't hold on to it. And then finally, it was just enough was enough, and they just took control of the basketball game. 109 points, 18 assists for the Knicks tonight, 9 steals, just 1 block, 14 turnovers. Not too bad, but, not too bad. I guess I'll just say that. Right, 40 points in the paint, 20 second chance points, 17 fast break points for both teams. Good win for the Knicks. They didn't play great, and they beat them by 18 points. I guess that's exactly what you want to see from this basketball team. Any players stand out to you for any specific reasons?
I'll be honest. I got to rewatch it. I listened to most of the game, and by the time I was able to really watch, it was like kind of garbage time ish. You know what I mean? Like the fourth quarter. So, no. You give your standout, and let me think about it and see what I remember.
I don't know if I have a standout player. I think what I have is a player that, I guess what stands out to me is that I don't know what's going on with Quentin Grimes. That's what stands out to me. You know what I'm saying? Only 4 shot attempts tonight for Quentin Grimes. 2 for 4. 1 for 3 from the three-point line. 5 points. 1 rebound. He only played 21 minutes. I don't know if it's because, the way that Donovan Mitchell was going off in the first half, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like Quentin Grimes is finding his groove with this lineup.
I always feel like, I always come to that conclusion. When anytime I get down on Grimes, I start to think, and then I realize he's always guarding the toughest task on the other side. So that may be the main reason why he, you know what I mean, he's not that aggressive offensively, because a lot of his energy or all of his energy is exerted on the defensive end.
Yeah.
So I mean that is a good point. But yeah, every time I get upset with him and I start like, yo, what, you know what I mean? What's wrong? Why? I just think like that's the only conclusion that I could come up with that's logical, because it's every night he's going against whoever that guy is on the other team. You know what I mean? Unless it's Joel Embiid or Giannis or somebody,
Right.
like it's Grimes'
I mean,
responsibility.
that's definitely the truth. Every night he's going against that guy. I guess, we kept hearing about, what I'm saying, Quentin Grimes is, don't trade him because Quentin Grimes is going to be this, Quentin Grimes is going to be that. You know what I'm saying? And people came into this season, I think, with some expectations that Quentin Grimes is going to take another step forward. But it's looking like, I don't even know if it's his fault, but it's just looking as if it's going to be difficult for him to take a step forward. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he's just going to be, with this lineup, maybe it's just he's going to be 3-and-D, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because the lineup is definitely heavy ISO. There's no doubt about it. Right? A lot of Jalen Brunson, a lot of Julius Randle. But there's still some ball and man movement with that lineup. There's just no actions for Quentin Grimes. And that's Tom Thibodeau's fault. Right? There's just no actions. There's just no actions for him. You know what I mean? So I just don't know what to think about him with that lineup. You know what I'm saying? PL. I'm not blaming Grimes. I'm not blaming Grimes at all. I just don't think right now things are set up for him to take a step. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not seeing him being set up to take a step. Some of it is him. A lot of it is Tom Thibodeau. Some of it is his teammates too. You know what I mean?
And I'd much rather him wait for the opportunity than try to come out and force and do some things, you know what I mean, that's uncharacteristic of him. So it may just be a timing and opportunity. You know what I mean? Like maybe if I don't know, but yeah, he's gonna be in that role.
Yeah.
Unless he's in the second unit, you know what I mean? Like where he could maybe kind of get some confidence or feel like, you know what I mean, like, all right, this is my shot. Otherwise, it's gonna have to just be timing and opportunity. Take every time you have the opportunity,
make something happen.
You know what I mean? Like, but you can't go out there and force anything and be uncharacteristic, because you're gonna throw off the whole rest of the. You know what I mean? They're gonna be looking at you. Hey, what you doing?
Right. And you know, I understand. You have a system of play, a style of play, and get it out of the style of play, right? That's what Tom Thibodeau seems to be about. Get it out of our style of play. But sometimes as a coach, you gotta help a guy. Right? That's what you're there for. You gotta help a guy. You gotta give him a push. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's run this play. We're gonna run this one right here. As soon as we get on the floor, this next time out, after this time out, we're running this for Quentin Grimes. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do some things like that, the players start to run those plays by themselves without the coach calling it. They recognize an opportunity and they do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kyle Williams. Thank you for the Cash App. He said Dante DiVincenzo could be starting over Grimes by game 25. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't think so. To me, the only person that could potentially start in Grimes' spot is Josh Hart. And the only reason I say that is because he's the only guy that can guard up. You know what I mean? So whether it's a 2, the best guy on the other team, a 3, you know what I mean, potentially sometimes a 4, like he's the only other guy that's on the bench that could guard bigger players.
Right.
I like DiVincenzo, I think he's a good defender, but I don't want him against a 3. You know what I mean? I don't want him against a 6-7 guy.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying there. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Shout out to Lawrence, man. Thank you.
And the same thing with Quickly. Like great defender. I don't want him on a 3 though.
Right. Right. Shout out to Lawrence. Thank you for the Cash App chat. He said for you. I love to see your expansion. Viva NBK. No doubt about it. Live long NBK. That's what we about right here. You know, I really appreciate it, man. No doubt about it. I appreciate all of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Really, stepping up and coming to bat for me, man. And you already know I'm going to pay it back. Samuel Ramsey. I appreciate you. Thank you. He said for just for demonetization support. Appreciate that 100%. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And if you want to support the channel, ladies and gentlemen, my Cash App, there's a link in the description of the video. You can also see it right here on your screen, right below me where it says channel demonetized. You can support the channel. Cash App, $ nothing but Knicks. I really appreciate you guys, all of you all's support. And of course, if you leave a message, I'll put it up on the screen just like I did. Even if you don't leave a message, but if you want to get a message across, I'll read it. You know what I mean? I'll read it. But back to Quentin Grimes. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. You know, you could put Josh Hart there and then Quentin Grimes. You know, that would be that would be a smart move, right? Because Josh Hart can defend some 3s, 4s. You know, he's a little more versatile defensively. I definitely understand that. I think right now, I think Tom Thibodeau is going to rock with it as it is, especially to simply allow Dante DiVincenzo, if that's the guy people are talking about putting there, to allow Dante DiVincenzo to get comfortable. I think he's getting more and more comfortable, right? You're seeing him. He got the ball on. He was on the wing. He pushed Emmanuel quickly, said, no, go down, move out the way, right? And proceeded to create himself. So, you know, he's getting more comfortable and he's starting to have the ball more in his hands, Uncle Fulio, wherever you are. Now you're starting to see it, Uncle Fulio, emphasis on fool. You know what I'm saying? Dante DiVincenzo tonight had what? How many assists did you say he had? 5 assists tonight? For 6 assists tonight for Dante DiVincenzo. Led the team in assists.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So he's beginning to get comfortable and figure things out. And I think as he gets more comfortable and figures out a little better where people are and how to get them involved, then you're going to see him get a little bit more comfortable with his shot. And I think you didn't see him he's handling the ball more now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I put 30 on that number. By game 30, I expect that he's going to be not the primary ball handler. I'm not saying that, but you know, you're going to see him handling that basketball a lot too.
Taking turns with Quickly.
Taking turns, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Taking turns.
And if that happens, then I think that opens the door for Quickly as well. But the main reason why I wouldn't start Quickly is because he's the main ball handler in that second unit, and we struggle when he's not available.
Yeah. Let me see. I had something starred that I wanted to. Brooklyn Butch. He say, I agree wholeheartedly, Sim. Tibbs needs to do better with a play call or two for the kid, Quentin Grimes. He deserves it. He does an unselfish job every night with pride. Help a brother out, show him some appreciation. No doubt about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. How tiresome would it be to go out every night, defend the best player, not complain or worry about shots, but you never get a play called for you. You know?
It's him and Mitch.
That's him and Mitch. No doubt. That's him and Mitch. You know? That's him and Mitch. But you would, you know, just like they say, feed your big man. You see your big man on a break, give it to him. Let him get a dunk. You know what I'm saying? He got the block shot, give it to him. Let him get a dunk or whatever it is. He got the rebound, let him get a dunk. Let him get a shot. You know, keep him happy. I think it's the same way with a guy like Quentin Grimes. He's 3-and-D. Keep him happy. Because we know he's out there guarding the best guy on the floor every night. Or at least one of the best guys. Keep him happy. You know what I mean? Call his number. Let him get his 10 shots up every night. Let him get his 10 shots up. Don't force it. But if you look for him a little bit more, it won't be forcing it. You got to keep a guy like that happy. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then now that guy's like, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of busting my ass every night. You know what I'm saying? And this guy gets all the shots and this guy gets all the shots. I don't think Quentin Grimes is that kind of kid, but
I was gonna say they taking advantage of his kindness.
Yeah,
because he's not that type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, especially going through what he went through in college. You know what I mean? Like, from being so highly recruited, not kind of playing up to par, and then transferring and kind of building his way back up. I'm sure he has a different type of appreciation for just being there. You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to had things worked out from the beginning with Jayhawks. You know what I mean? It might have been a different mentality. So not, you know what I mean? So that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, get him involved, man. Get Grimes involved. You know, figure out some ways. And maybe it's in the back of Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff's mind. And they're kind of like, all right, let us get our feet wet and get in, and then we'll start, you know, doing some things to help him out. I hope. I really do. I hope so. You know what I mean? Let me see. Dunrose Galman said Sim has got a point. Mitch and Grimes should be involved every night. Yeah. And you seen Grimes and Mitch hook up on an alley-oop in the first half. Right?
So like, I'll take care of you, man.
Right.
I know how it is.
We're going to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take care of each other. Let's, you know.
And it'd be like that sometimes, too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like that. You know what I mean? Grimes is probably like, yeah, man, I got you. As soon as I get the ball. Mitch is probably like, well, when you going to get the ball? You got me when? You don't touch the ball. You know what I'm saying? But if you make plays like that, though, I think you make plays like that, eventually people are going to start to notice, right? Your coach is going to notice, like, okay, they can make some things happen. Your teammates start to notice, and then next thing you know, they're giving you the ball, or they're looking for you, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I just want to see. I think the Knicks need Quentin Grimes. They need some production from him out there. I think in order for the Knicks to be successful, I think they need production from him. You know? We'll see how that goes. Any thoughts about, I thought Julius Randle did a good job tonight using size and strength. You know what I'm saying? I thought he did a good job doing that tonight. You know, he still took threes, obviously. You know, that's his game now. We just got to get used to it. Right? Julius Randle was 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, but he did some good things inside, taking advantage of that size. 7 for 10 from the free throw line. And just, when is Julius Randle going to get more efficient? Hopefully. Does Julius Randle look slow to you right now?
A little bit. I mean, I don't think he's back 100% yet. Or I don't want to say like the injury is there. I don't think his conditioning is there yet.
Okay. Because I don't know. I was just watching him play tonight, and it felt like, I don't want to say he was lumbering, but I know last year he just looked, some of his moves seemed quicker. He was striking quicker first step. You know what I'm saying? It seemed sharper. You know what I mean? Tonight when I was watching him, I was like, man, he seems a little bit slower. And, maybe the ankle, maybe he's not fully confident that he can explode off the ankle. You know what I mean? Because that's when the speed comes in. When you can explode off that ankle, you're not afraid, you're not worried about it. Maybe he's not fully confident yet. You know what I mean? DJ Shuttle said, yes, Randle looks slow and not in his best shape. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's coming off of surgery, so he didn't have a chance to train the way he would normally train. So, I guess I can understand it, but he just looks a little bit slow to me. Kevin Bergen said he looks like he just needs some time to get back into season form. Hopefully that's it. DJ Shuttle, Randle's recovering from surgery, in my opinion. In all 4 games, he looks like he's not there yet. Hopefully that's all it is. And then, of course, Walter White said it's the Skechers. Skechers doesn't have a T in it, Walter. Just to let you know. Doesn't have a T in it. He had purple Skechers tonight. Purple.
One of them I liked. I don't know if it was tonight or last game, or one of the colorways. I was like, I can rock with those.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I've seen a couple of them that's all right. That look good. Sean White, thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. Didn't leave a message, but I just want to shout you out. Definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? Brooklyn Butch said, Randle's timing on his footwork is just off at the moment. He's playing back into shape in a mild place. It's a long year. I agree 100%. It's a long year. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he's just got to get back into the groove of things after not playing, throughout the summer. Yeah. Any key plays or decisions?
Oh, I got a coach's decision.
Uh-oh.
I got a coach's decision. We up 21 points.
I knew that one was coming.
And you put Randle back in the game. And then, you know what I mean? I don't know if he tweaked his ankle or stepped on somebody's foot or whatever, lost his footing.
Yeah,
but
lost his
foot. You know what I mean? Whatever it was, I was like, come on. I was already screaming like, why are you bringing him back in? You know what I mean? We up 21. This is after they came back to 12, and then we got it back to 21. You still going to bring Randle back in?
Brought him back in. It was like 5 minutes left.
So,
and you see him sitting there, and Stan Van Gundy was like, looks like Randle's getting back in. Stan Van Gundy did defend him a little bit. He's like, I would probably do the same thing because he said he has the same problem as Tibbs.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel as though any lead is safe. I kind of have that problem too. I ain't even gonna lie, but the group that was out there was playing well.
Yeah, they got it back up. You know what I mean? They got it back up.
It's not like they weren't playing well. You know what I mean?
And at that point, I think he was pulling his guys. You know what I mean? Like his guys wasn't coming back in.
Right. The only thing that I'll say is maybe for some reason rhythm, or maybe they wanted to test it. The reason why I say that is because before he went out the game, I seen him go back to the locker room. I don't know what or why, but I seen him start heading that way. The telecast didn't pick it up. at least on TNT. The telecast didn't pick it up, but I seen him start heading back to the locker room, and I was wondering if maybe he tweaked something, and then I'm looking on the bench like, all right, do I see Randle out there? Finally, I see him on the bench. Then the next thing you know, with 5 minutes left, he's getting back in the game. And I was wondering, I'm like, why? We're up 21 points. You know what I'm saying? These guys are playing good basketball. Let them out. Let them rock. No need to put Julius Randle back out there, but maybe they said, let him get a couple of boom, boom, boom up and down the floor and see how it feels. And then when he tripped and fell, they was like, get him out. Get him out. Get him out of here. Get him out of there. They ain't worth it.
And Brunson, right?
And
Because
Brunson.
Brunson came in with him, right?
No, Brunson was in before him.
He was already in?
Because Brunson came in for RJ.
Okay. Yeah.
When that lead was dwindling.
Yeah, that's right. He was part of the run.
Right. Brunson came in for RJ, and then Randle came back in with Brunson, and then, finally Tibbs took him out. You know what I'm saying? And I guess was probably scared, like, y'all, let me not mess around. You know what I'm saying?
We've seen what happened a couple times last year, but and then we like, see, this is why Tibbs don't leave the starters out. But
yeah. East Blue Drew said, Sim, damn well you're not putting Randle in. I wouldn't have put him back in. I said, I would have thought about it. I would have looked down the bench and thought about it. And he probably would have said, come on, coach, let me get back in. I probably would have said, hold on. And then he would have got the 3 minutes. I was like, ain't no sense of going back in now. I've done that a million times. But the thought would definitely cross my mind, like, should I put these guys back in? You know what I'm saying? Because I done seen 20-point leads dwindle within 5 minutes. So as a coach, you're a little bit nervous, but I wouldn't have put him back in. You know what I'm saying? I would have let him go ahead and rest on the bench. Do you think coach took RJ out with like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, somewhere around there when they went on that run? He put Brunson back in the game. RJ didn't get back in. Do you think it's because RJ tweaked his knee or whatever it was in the first game? And, they're just kind of, hey, we got a lead. No sense in you doing anything with it.
You saying why he pulled him or why he didn't put him back?
Why he didn't put him back in?
At that point, it's the same thing. I wouldn't have wanted him to, but he did put Randle back in. Right. So I don't know. I hope it's just because we were up and he didn't need to. Mm-hmm. And maybe what you're saying, like the test is why they brought Randle back in. But we've also seen, sometimes Tibbs trusts RJ, sometimes he don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes he'll rock with him, sometimes he'll sit him for a long stretch.
Because during that stretch, when they were coming back, RJ made one mistake, I thought, during that stretch when, he took a, kind of a bad shot under the basket with a bunch of people around him or something like that. But I thought Quickly was doing more damage to the team than RJ. I thought Brunson was going to come back in for Quickly. And I look up and I was like, he took RJ out? Because I thought it was Quickly that was probably going to come out of the game. So I kind of said, well, because I didn't think RJ was playing decent.
Preserve him.
Right, to preserve him. Or maybe when they went to the bench, RJ was like, hey, coach, my knee is feeling a little funny. Or something like that. Feel like I need to rest my knee. You never know, because that happens on the bench. And then the guy doesn't come back in, and as a fan, you're wondering, like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? But, the guy's just like, hey, my knee is hurting a little bit. Coach, take me out. Other than that, I don't know if there were any other really key plays or decisions that defined this game. The Knicks just continued to play and wear them down. It looked like, and probably the Cavs probably felt like, man, these guys just keep coming in waves. You know what I'm saying? Because they were thin as far as depth is concerned. So they probably just felt like, damn, the Knicks just keep coming in waves, coming in waves, coming in waves. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there were any other key decisions besides bringing Randle back into the fourth quarter. You know, do you think the Knicks sit any players tomorrow?
I think I'm not gonna say I think so, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Especially if RJ's knee is an issue, I could see him potentially sitting. And then other than that, they're not gonna sit Randle and Brunson. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no, they're not doing that.
So, and we at the Garden, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
If they sit somebody, it's because, like, if it's RJ, it's because it's his knee. You know what I mean? They not sitting nobody just off some back-to-back. I mean, it is the second back-to-back too. That's crazy. But it's early in the season. I think if anything, they limit the minutes. We seen tonight that multiple guys could be effective. So I think if anything, we might see the bench. Not an even split, but play a little bit more. You know what I mean? People share the minutes a little bit more equally.
Yeah, let me see. What were the minutes like tonight? I know there were a lot of guys who played, just 20 plus minutes. Julius Randle is the only guy to play 30 plus minutes. No, I'm sorry. Jalen Brunson played 33 minutes and Julius Randle played 31 minutes. RJ Barrett, 24 minutes. Mitchell Robinson, 22 minutes. Quentin Grimes, 21 minutes. Josh Hart, 27. Quickly played 23. Hartenstein played 22. Dante DiVincenzo played 15.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being almost identical with like Randall's the only guy whose minutes, you know what I mean? He don't got no real definitive backup. So he's the only guy that, you know what I mean, I think will probably get the 30 plus minutes.
Right. I mean, and 31 minutes for Randle is not too bad on a normal night. He's playing 34, 35. So, 31 minutes is not bad. He probably could have, you probably could have just played on 28 minutes and the Knicks would have still won this game. You know what I mean? 28 minutes. Any player of the game for you?
From what I saw, I would either go with Quickly or Randle. And even going beyond what I saw, just looking at the box scores, just to see that they both kind of had a bounce back. You know what I mean? Like they haven't really been playing great yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Quickly had a bounce back for sure. 18 points, 54% from the field, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. Over the previous two games. The first game, he was great against Boston. The previous two games, he was, not that great. Tonight, he played pretty good. That's the inconsistency of Emmanuel Quickly. And that's the reason why you're not sure exactly how much to pay him. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they are here at this current situation with his contract, because he's inconsistent. I'm actually going to go with Jalen Brunson. The reason why I'm going to go with Brunson is because I felt like in the third quarter when Cleveland went on that run, I don't even think Donovan Mitchell was in the game when Cleveland went on that run. They go on a run. They cut it to 12. Tibbs comes back with Jalen Brunson. I felt like the game stabilized and they went back up 21.
That was the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. Yep. Fourth quarter. So I feel like, that was a good decision. as well as, Jalen Brunson's presence helped to stabilize the team. So, that's my player of the game, I guess. That's my player of the game. I also, I just want to give credit, though, to Josh Hart, to Quentin Grimes. I don't think Dante DiVincenzo and Emmanuel Quickly really defended Donovan Mitchell, but those two guys did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, in the first half, he went off for 20 points in the first half, but he only scored 6 in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, from what I saw, Hart played him very well.
Yeah, right. He did. He played him well. Brooklyn Butch says, Sim, hold on, let me blow that up so I can read it. In my old age, I need things to be a little bit bigger so I can see it. It says, Sim, they're 2-2. Tibbs wants to win the record. And when he smells blood, he's bringing the hammer tomorrow night. All out tomorrow for sure. This is Tibbs we're talking about. I mean, I agree with him, though. You know how Tibbs is. Tibbs wants to win. That's what Stan Van Gundy was talking about on the telecast. He was like, they're 1-2. You know what I'm saying? They're 1-2. Haven't been playing great. They got a chance to get a win. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this win.
Tibbs gonna be like, listen, I cut y'all minutes last game. you only played 31, so
you know what I'm saying? You get a day off tomorrow. You're saying you get a day off tomorrow. You playing.
I need you 37 minutes tonight because I gave you them 3 minutes off.
Right. Any thoughts about tomorrow's game? Any changes you see Cleveland making? Any changes you think the Knicks should make? I don't know if Cleveland's going to be healthy. I wouldn't be surprised if Darius Garland is able to go tomorrow.
I mean, it always makes sense if he was questionable, right?
Nah, it was just out. He wasn't questionable. He was just straight up out. Yeah.
I mean, it's an extra day, so maybe that was the logic. If you know what I mean, if he was, might have been ready to go, but I don't think so. If he was just out, I can't see him all of a sudden being ready to go.
Right.
Them hamstrings be lingering.
Right.
I
guess the thing is, like, they could have already said, like, okay, you're not going to play the first game in the back-to-back. You might play the second one. So, like, maybe tomorrow he's questionable. And then, they decide game time decision that he can go.
Yeah. If he's questionable, I'll say yeah. And you know what I mean? Yeah, if he's questionable, I'm gonna assume he's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
They've been riddled, with injuries in the 4 games.
Right.
That they've played.
Right. Yeah, but looking at it, well, I guess we'll see when these guys get back, because Karis LeVert didn't play, Darius Garland didn't play, Big Man didn't play. You know what I mean? So they were definitely down to the bare bones.
What was LeVert's injury? Do you know?
Hamstring.
Another one? All 3 of them got hamstrings?
Hamstrings. That's what I asked in the game preview. Like, what were they doing?
Yeah, it's gotta be one of them coaching drills.
Exactly. One of them drills, whatever they was doing in training camp. They didn't do a good job at it for all of these guys that have hamstring injuries. You know what I'm saying? That's because a hamstring injury, that's an injury that normally comes from not being in shape.
Mm.
Now, it doesn't always have to be that way, right? But a lot of times that's what it comes from. Not being in shape, not stretching properly.
I was going to say that. Overextending on you know what I mean, on one of your moves.
Right. So you got Donovan Mitchell had right hamstring soreness, Karis LeVert left hamstring soreness, and Darius Garland left hamstring strain. Yeah, if he's got a strain, he ain't playing tomorrow. Talk about Darius Garland. If he's got a strain, he ain't playing. Jared Allen, left ankle bone bruise. He might not be playing either. Maybe Karis LeVert plays. So, the Knicks could be facing, the same team. I don't know if I wouldn't change anything. We won the basketball game. What am I going to change? We won it by 18 points. It was convincing victory. They sent some traps Donovan Mitchell's way. They played different guys on him. Obviously, you could see that nobody else could score the basketball. I'd be careful of Evan Mobley. He's going to look to try to get off tomorrow at the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let one of these guys have a Garden night.
I mean, I'm already expecting it from Mitchell.
Right.
I'm just like, just win. I don't care if he has another Garden moment. Like, I'm used to them by now. As long as we get the win, you know what I mean? Have fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Brooklyn Butch said, I bought the last ticket y'all had last night, so I'll see y'all tomorrow night at Legends, then at the game. No doubt about it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm going to be there about 4 o'clock. Start getting set up so we can do our live podcast at Legends tomorrow. We're going to start the podcast about 5:30, go to about 6:30, then we'll head to the basketball game, and then my man Ebru is going to take over and do his show. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're not going to the game, you can just hang at Legends, chill with Ebru. You know what I'm saying? He might have a gang there and watch the game. That should be dope. That should be dope.
That sounds like fun. He need to do that every time. So one of these days when I can't, you know what I mean, I can't go to the game, I'll chill with Ebru.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then after the game, we'll be back to do the post-game show. So yeah, come join us, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not going to the game, you got some free time. I know it's the middle of the week. You got to work on Thursday, but come join us. Have a good time.
Sim, are we doing a Losers Lounge live?
I don't know.
Can it happen?
I don't know. It might be kind of tough. It might be kind of tough because it might be kind of tough to do it live. I guess we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out.
We'll work. Maybe not this one. We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get up out of here because we do have the Losers Lounge at 11:45. And when I get out of here, this is gonna take you straight over to the Losers Lounge. All right. So, you can come join us in the Losers Lounge. We're just gonna find out what Cavs fans are thinking about tonight's loss to the Knicks. They're all saying, we didn't have no players, boom, 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 and bang. You know what I'm saying? So, in their minds, they're going to be like, this don't mean nothing. Might be a couple of them, though, that's a little bit nervous. Man, we just can't beat this team. Or Donovan Mitchell, this, that, and the third. He wants to be a Knick. Da-da-da-da. All right, so come join us in the Losers Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a chance, for everybody who supported the channel, which is all of you because you're here watching the show and you watch it every single night that I'm on, so I appreciate you. For those who have made contributions, I appreciate you as well. Thank you very much. I'm saying, always want to show my appreciation, ladies and gentlemen. Always want to show my appreciation. I'm always going to pay it forward to my fellow content creators and, to you all as well. You know what I'm saying? In different ways. So, appreciate you. I'm heading over to the Losers Lounge. All right, I'm going to get up out of here right now. You know what I'm saying? If you can support the channel, support the channel. My Cash App is $ nothing but Knicks. I don't think I put it in the chat, but I'll put it in the chat right now as I'm leaving out. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, we're heading over to the Losers Lounge. We got to go get set up. 11:45, we'll be ready to start, folks. Peace. Great win by the Knicks tonight.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place to tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the